Materialman Redux is a rewrite of a piece that I made called Materialman, and really it's a kind of an expanded version, and it's got two sort of parallel stories. On one level, it's a story of two men of Indian origin, one who has chosen hip-hop and the other one who's chosen Indian classical dance, and how on stage they find a common place to dance. And the other story is really about what brought both of them here, and that is the whole kind of history of indentured labor in Europe, and how in the 19th century, when slavery was abolished, the plantation owners all over the colonies obviously suddenly found themselves without any labor. I think in this production, Shailesh represents everyone who left India. So he represents the kind of person whose great-grandparents, their forefathers, left India as part of this indentured labor movement. And Suraj represents everything that Shailesh left behind. So Suraj has become much more representative of history, of memory, of India, of where you left. The process really starts in the studio because you have the two dancers together, and what I try usually and do is to create situations where they can actually show me something of what interests them, what they're about as dancers. It's a bit like giving someone a blank piece of paper and a pencil and sort of saying, okay, now I want you to draw the story of your life, but you can only have 7 sketches.
Working with Shobana is interesting because she uses a range of techniques as part of the choreographic process. Most often the dancers are tasked, so Shobana will come up with an idea or a concept and kind of, without giving too much away, just brief us on the sort of feeling that needs to be behind a particular type of movement. The dancers then would use all their vocabulary, the skills which they have to kind of to come up with a range of different things, from which then Shobana can just pick and choose and thread together to make the quilt of the choreography that she's interested in.
What I remember from last year is that there was a very short time that we had to make it, and that we had to get to know each other, me and Shobana, me and Suraj. And now you're already past that, so you can directly get into the work. And this time we have more time to actually fill in all small steps, what it stands for and what we're trying to say and tell. So yeah, I'm actually very happy that we go deeper into the material.
So Suraj and Shailesh are very different dancers. Suraj comes from a background of classical dance where everything has got a very marked and agreed structure. So I'm sure when he listens to music, he has a template of that structure which he puts on, and I think that really influences the way he moves, and he moves to music. Shailesh, on the other hand, has a much more instinctive approach to music. He's got a very sort of visceral understanding of music, so when you play music he immediately starts moving in a very mercurial and a very sort of instinctive way. So I think that's, for me, one of the joys of working with both these dancers, in that, you know, as a choreographer I've had to find some sort of common ground that takes into account both these, you know, two opposing ways of dancing, particularly to music.